guys seem to know each other.
We have a boy at home.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you ready for boarding, guys?
We were born ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Your captain. I'd like to wish you a nice day and thank you for your trust in us.
So, guys.
European 162, what's your emergency?
We have a 7500.
Open the door!
Several men attacked our cockpit. We stopped them for now. The captain is injured. Status of the crew, I don't know. They have a hostage. They're going to kill him if I don't open the door.
Hey everybody, SARI Cohen here, and we are with Patrick Vollrath, the writer and director of 7500. Patrick, I want to know what it was like working with Joseph Gordon-Levitt on your first feature film.
It was a great experience. As you said, it was my first feature film and the first experience working with a big star. And I think he's the best guy or star working with for your first film because he's very helpful, he's very nice, he's very open, and he has nothing of no allures, you say. So he's quite easy to work with, and that's a gift for a first-time filmmaker.
Now, I read that you do something in a really cool way where you do 15 to 20 minute takes without cutting, and then you allow for some improvisation. How much improvisation actually made it into the film?
I think, when Joseph quoted that once, when he read or when you open the screenplay, the first page reads that every dialogue is just a suggestion to the actors. So it's everything they say, there's no line written down from that what they are saying. It's just we built beat sheets, beat lists, okay, this has to come after that and after that and that. But what you say and what you how you come to that point in this into this beat, that's up to you kind of. And then they just go and try out and do it. So you can say we wrote, of course, the story and the arcs and that, but there are a lot of improvisation and all the dialogues. It's not really written down. Of course, it's quite similar partly, but it's nothing that they didn't learn all the dialogues. Especially of course the technical things they had to learn, but all that when they run free and they talk to each other, it's all kind of, they came up in the moment based on what we wrote.
What were some of the beautiful cinematic gifts that came with shooting in such a cramped space?
It was, first, when we work like this, there is a lot of when you give the actors a lot of space, they surprise you, they give you new ideas, they give you things you wouldn't expect or come up when you're sitting on your laptop and write stuff. So this is something that is very beautiful that I like a lot to get the creativity of these actors in the film too. And when you work in such a small space, it's a huge challenge to first still creating tension without going away. In the writing process, there must come one action after another. So it must go. We have just this real-time experience, what is very nice, and we have a cameraman who's we'd never talk about hey, then you shoot that. He has a little thing in his ear to hear what I'm saying and what I want him to shoot, but he has some freedom too, and to create these kind of realistic moments inside of this small space. That is very nice.
Is it, apart from the surveillance video at the beginning, supposed to go with the perspective mainly from the pilot? Yeah. What did you go that route?
When a terrorist attack happens, there's always in the media, we always get these images we create at the beginning. They're very low resolution pictures, and we always and they always get tired oh, these monsters and that. And I wanted to create this experience from getting from this low res picture through like more surveillance until you get to know him or the other people, or especially like one person better and better. And I want to see that through eyes like us, like me, you know, who's like who hopes never, you know, being in a situation like that, or we all have never being in a situation like that, you know. And I want to create this arc, like from a very distance, coming closer and closer and closer through his eyes, and through his eyes we see more in the end, hopefully.
I loved the film. Patrick, thank you so much for joining us. Amazon Studios will release 7500 on Prime. Thank you again.
You want other guys to die?
Don't stop, please. I can't open the door. Let her go. Please. Please, I beg. Please.
I'm sorry, but you know that under no circumstances you are allowed to let them to the cockpit.
They don't have guns. They don't have knives. If you work together, you can beat them.
You're okay,